Hello, Diane. How you doing tonight? How's that shoulder doing? Uh-oh. Those aren't fun. Good. I don't get one of them but about once a year if I can take enough stuff to stop it. Hello, love. How you doing? Yeah. Hey, G. How you doing, buddy? Well, you have been the last 3 or 4 times, have you, love? I don't know. We'll see. Most of the time, if there's more than 3 people up on a panel, I can't stay up. We'll see how it goes in here. Yeah, that's the way I am, Diane. I got to catch it before it really gets wound up. What you doing, Mr. Mobang? I know you've been in trouble. Gee, I hope you get feeling better, buddy. Dang, I was watching another lady on YouTube today, and Bo Bang's right in the middle of it. Little gal with a red van. Hello, Janice. How you doing, there? Oh, I'm trying to think of her name. She got that little bitty short red van. We couldn't get them going again a while ago, could we, Janice? Either you know or us. Yeah, I can't think of that gal's name. She runs with Bunny some. Oh, you just keep putting it off, don't you? Oh, you ain't have got much to live up to, Mr. Mobang. Are you working tonight, Mobang? She, believe it or not, she's doing a little bit better. I had already just about counted her out. I mean, you always hope she's perking along a little bit. When do you sleep, Tim? Oh, hell, well, I guess that's about 7 hours. That's not bad. I know if I sleep 6, 7 hours, I feel pretty good. Mm, okay. You ought to know every back street in that town. You know, if I go to sleep, if I sleep 15 minutes and wake up no more than 30, I feel really good. If I sleep longer than that, I don't feel crud if I somebody wants to come on up. Well, come ahead. Pretty good about that. Gotta turn it off. I usually sleep a little while and then wake up, but I can turn it off pretty quick. Yeah, Tim. These women will say that's a bad trait. You're not supposed to be able to turn over and go right to sleep. That dog of mine is snoring. Crazy thing. I'm gonna have to do something with him. He got where he's playing games. Now, if you start walking, he'll grab your britches leg and go tugging on it. He gonna make me bust my butt. He keeps doing it. Did I tell you the other night, Mobang, that I had an old boy I know that I fought on YouTube that bought one of these little motorcycles I wanted to buy, and he's doing that dash on that motorcycle. Gets about 100 miles a gallon. Yeah, yeah. I'm looking at two. One's a 125, one's a 100. I've got a big motorcycle. I got a big road glide. But this, I want this to be able to put on the back of my camper. And it doesn't. They don't weigh, but like one of them weighs. The little one weighs 236, and the bigger one weighs 254. So you can dang sure stand them up by yourself and not have any problem. Oh yeah, my first motorcycle was a 250 cc, but it was a two-stroke. That damn thing was about 100 miles an hour. Four-stroke won't crank it out quite that much. Yeah, Diane, you could come on up so you could be all sexy. Just have one shoulder out from underneath your shirt. That's the way y'all do that. Yeah, I remember them back when I was racing those motorcycles. I'm trying to think of the name of that damn. It was a little small bike, it was like 100 and something cc, and it would eat everything on that track. A kid riding it, real light. Yeah, funny name. Hey, they came out of England, I think. The little bike's supposed to get up to about 55, and the bigger bike is supposed to be 65. But I don't want to have something that is so heavy that if I drop it, I can't stand it up by myself. Yeah, I know it. And it's Saturday night too. We'll break that tequila out here in a few minutes and get it going. Need any help? Yeah. That's a tall bike too. I got tickled the other night when Tim and G were in there, and you said something about a thumper, and I said something about a single cylinder. And they said, "Oh no, you can't get a 650 single." I just went to laughing on it. Yeah. If you get one loaded down with camping gear and stuff like that, one of those 650s, just the bike got unloaded, stand up. If you're on the side of a hill or something, it's something else. Dang, it's cool here tonight. I'm not cool. Temperature is 38, so that's a little bit. Now they talk about a 650 is a little bike. When I was riding, 650 was a big bike. I bet. They do everything in the world to. I think that damn Harley of mine weighs like 900 pounds. I take the people stand it up. I ain't never have dropped it. Where you live out there, you ought to have some pretty good dirt to ride too. What do you mean throw the dog in, Janice? Janice, if you got a top on, you got a top on, come on up. Well, if you don't have a top on, come on up. Oh yeah, that's the only thing I miss about being married. Well, not the only thing, but one of the main things. You gotta crack me up. So I don't have the coldest feet, and your butt just as warm and cuddly until you get cold. Then your butt gets just like a butterball turkey that's been in a deep freeze.
You're
You're doing
hopeless, Robert. You're
do what?
hopeless. You're hopeless.
That's the truth.
Yeah. Come on up
Lord.
whether you got a top on or not. Yeah. I got no ice pack, so I'm not like Diane.
What are you laughing about? Did I hit an old memory or something?
Did I miss something?
No.
No. No, you and Tim were talking motorbikes, so I sort of tuned out for a few minutes.
Hang on a minute. Darn. Boy, wind blows something in this country just tears me up.
Yeah. Sometimes you
Last
sound like
about two.
you give me a bit more choke and you'd start with that bark you've got.
I tell you what, it's something. I think I'm allergic to sagebrush because every time we get a high wind coming in from the west, I'll start doing that, and it'll last 3 or 4 days a week. Be gone.
I'm just
Yeah,
laughing at Tim's comment. I think that's a double entendre, that one. Yeah.
well, that's one thing I miss about being married or being with somebody.
What, somebody'd warm your feet?
Yeah,
Oh, God.
you can always tell which way y'all are laying anyway. One way your back will get good and warm. The other way, your belly gets cold.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm not even going to go there. I'll touch on that one. Yeah.
No, no, no.
No.
Yeah. I always have said that they weaned me too early. I was always partial in boobs anyway. Even when I was a little kid, I think. Never did grow out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, come on, I dare you.
Yeah, no, my mind's doing 90 mile an hour here, so I'm trying to slow it down.
Sometimes fast is good.
Yeah, no, trouble is, my mind goes that quick, my mouth can't keep up with it, and I don't know what sort of trouble I'm going to get myself into.
Uh-oh, here's the other. Hello, cat.
Have you rearranged your ice packs yet, Diane?
Oh, Brian, you have a good night. Be careful.
Oh, we frightened Tim away, did we?
Do what?
Did we frighten Tim away?
Yeah, he's got to go to work.
We outnumbered him in chat, I think, and he bailed.
Yeah. Well, he runs off pretty quick.
Yeah.
Been up to today?
Not a great deal, really. No. I've stripped and remade my bed. I've made some dinner and late lunch, and cleaned up my dishes. And I've been bouncing from one live stream to another. I was in Paula's and I was having a look around a couple of others I had in backlog, and I just jumped onto Facebook for a few minutes, and I thought, it's about 4:30 now. I better go and check, and I'm sure as eggs Ron will be on, and yep, there you were.
I had trouble getting on tonight. I hit the wrong button, and I loaded 2 of them. And I had to go back in there and wipe all that stuff out and start over. Hello, Cookie.
Hi, Cookie.
Every time I see Cookie's name, I think about there was an old television program that was Sunset Strip, I think was the name of it, or something like that. They had one guy that had the long hair and the ducktails and all that. They had a deal and say, Cookie, lend me your comb. And somebody wrote a song about it.
Speaking of comb, I've got to go in for a haircut. Damn hair. It's getting that long, it's driving me nuts.
I tell you what, I'll be glad when it warms up. I'll go get a haircut then. But I hate getting a damn haircut.
I've never been one for hair on my face. And when it gets down to a certain length, that's it. It's got to be I've either got to have it long enough that I can tie it back, or it's short enough that it doesn't get on my face. Even as a kid, yeah, it drove me nuts.
Hello, Kenneth. How you doing tonight, Bo?
Hey, Kenny.
We appreciate you sharing it out. Come on up, Kenny, if you want to.
Cookie says he'll answer to either. Yeah, anything but, call me anything but late to dinner. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Tell you what, I made a smothered pork chops yesterday, and I had enough of it left to eat today. Man, they were really good today.
Yeah, well, I had leftover pork stir fry, and that was really good too.
I used to wear my hair pretty long. I mean, not long. I'm talking about longer than it is now. But I think that's one reason that I worked outside in the sun all the time, and I can't stand a cap.
Yeah, I've never been able to wear a hat either.
The only time I wear a hat, I won't wear one around because it gets me in trouble. But about the only time I will wear one is when I'm hunting. I'll wear one again. That sounds good, Cat. I haven't had a pizza in a long time. You like pizza, Janice?
Yeah, on and off, but yeah, I mostly I've been mostly making my own, and just with pita bread, and been throwing what I want on it, and some it depends on who makes the pizzas really. I don't have ham on mine, and I don't. Oh God, hang on, where am I? Oh, there you go. I opened the wrong tab. I was back in StreamYard and I was wondering why I was watching myself in slow motion. Just throw a few things on it. They only take, at max about 10 minutes. By the time you throw something on it, throw it in the oven. They're quick. But, and of course, we had so many shutdowns here, you never knew whether they were going to be open or damn closed or what. So, hence I got into the habit of it. But yeah, pizza's okay.
How you doing?
I wanted pizza.
I like one once in a while. I get in the mood for one.
Yeah,
I can't eat them too much.
No. They're not something I have a lot of either. Yay!
Hey, we'll put the poll up. Hello, Miss Diane.
DJ, take over here. All the way down to my elbow.
Yeah, you've been in the wars, girl.
I tell you what, cool as it is, it's hard to stay warm in the ice pack, isn't it?
It's 22 here at the minute. Hang on, what's that in Fahrenheit? Oh, God.
But you finally come up on screen. Didn't take but 3 weeks of talking to her to get her to do it.
Yeah. It's still in the 70s here, early 70s, and it's 5 o'clock. up here.
Yeah, I looked just a minute ago. It done dropped down to 38 here. Is it
Mm.
cold there, Diane?
Diane's under ice.
Yeah.
Mm.
Can you hear us all right, Diane?
It's 28 right now. But it's supposed to get up to the mid 50s tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
That'll be good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. It's just a little bit of lag in it, I bet. Yeah.
Turn a bit of light on in the place.
Ow. Boy, I tell you what, that's weird. You ever get a ringing in your ear?
Yeah.
I have that all the time. And then every once in a while, I'll be rocking along and it'll just quit. The ringing don't bother me anymore, but when it quits, all of a sudden, it's like, what the hell?
I'm getting like an echo.
Now, have you got streaming? I mean, you got YouTube on? You got YouTube on, mute YouTube, and it'll take that echo out.
Yeah, just mute the sound in YouTube.
Yeah.
That better? That better? Better?
Hang on a second.
Better.
Okay. Is that better?
Oh, you
No.
sounded good on this end to me. How about you, Dan?
Yeah, no, she was still. See, I can hear me over Diane's. Or is it me? My StreamYard's off.
No, it's fine now.
Yeah, that's all it was. Neither one of you, both of y'all sound good to me. I'm not getting any echo at all.
Yeah. I might have to call up my camera and dull it down a bit. I think I'm looking a bit washed out.
Cookie, yeah, I'd get the aggravating, but it's the weirdest thing. It'll stop every once in a while and just go silent, and that's what drives me crazy.
Oh, that's what I was starting to do. You were talking about.
I think you got it now.
Okay.
Are you feeling pretty good, Diane?
Yeah. Just when the weather changes either way, it really makes the shoulder hurt a lot more. So when it went from 60 to 20, that was bad. And this now going from the 20s back to the 60s in 12 hours is painful too. But it's getting better. At least I can use my arm again.
Yeah, just do that rehab. That's an important part of it.
Yep.
I've got several friends of mine that's had knee replacements and hip replacements and stuff like that. And they'll tell you right quick that if you do the rehab, it gets good pretty quick. If you don't do the rehab, it don't never get straight.
Yeah, it'll lock up on you. Yeah.
Like most things, you don't use it, it don't work right.
No comment.
I was wondering if I was going to get a comeback on that.
My filter works, so I didn't say it.
I'm just fiddling around here. I'll be with you in a second.
Are you looking at a porn site again?
Yeah.
Dang good. Are you learning anything?
No. Hang on. I'm just dragging out some photos here, and I just thought I'd yeah.
I remember way back when I was in nursing school, we were doing the reproductive systems, and the teacher put up a picture of the male areas, and the girl sitting next to me taps me on the shoulder. She says, "What is that?" I said, "How long have you been married?" She said, 30 years. I said, "Tonight, leave the lights on and you'll know what that is." How do you not know what that is? And you've been married for 30 years.
Cat, be good. Get you some rest, girl.
Check below, Ron. There's a photo for you to share back in the heyday. Have you got it?
No, not yet. Diane, I had a good friend of mine.
All right, there you go. Sorry.
That
now that goes back away. Oops. Yep.
Damn, who's that good-looking thing?
That was me back when I was still human and not old.
Crazy woman. How old were you there, Diane?
I'm just trying to think. Was I driving? I was either 17 or 18, I think. Right. Yeah.
I'd like to go back to what I looked like when I was in my 20s. I wouldn't want to go back and do it all over again.
No, I'd like to be that age again, but know what I know now.
Hell,
that would be nice.
If I knew what I knew now and I was 20 years old, I'd probably screw it up so damn bad I would never get over it.
Oh, yeah, but you'd have a lot of fun at it, though.
Hell, I had fun the first go round.
Yeah, no, I went to an all-girls school, and yeah, things were boring for a damn long time there until they opened the gates and let us run out of the joints kicking and screaming. Yeah, glad the day I got out of that place.
I shouldn't tell this.
I'm trying to find another one here for you, Ron. This will make your day. Ah, there it is. Hang on. God.
Uh-oh.
I only ever went to one fancy dress.
We got a troll.
Yeah. Oh, have you? Oh, Kenny's there, isn't he?
I think he's here. I'm not sure.
Oh God. So I suppose we're hang five. Yeah, I'll get it.
You can't get it.
You get it?
Uh-oh. Did we get who's William Chesterton?
Some know.
That's a troll.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. Yeah. Bree timed him out, but I deleted him.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. All right. Now, where was I? Here. Yeah. Okay. Back here.
Yeah, Ron, I know you can block them.
Do what?
You can block them.
Yeah, I know I can, but Cookie was sitting right above him again, and I don't want to do what I did the other night. I started to block one and chat jumped, and I blocked Cookie.
I've done that too.
Yeah. Yeah, the only fancy dress do I ever went to. Yeah, I don't think you need to guess who I was representing or trying to.
Well, you
Yeah, Mum was
look,
missing her Caroline curtains, her kitchen curtains.
well, I don't know what I did wrong here. Well, you got the outfit on? Did you learn to belly dance?
No, but I had to grant a lot of bloody wishes that night.
Hello, Bree. How you doing, darling?
All right,
I didn't even see you sneak in.
I'll bail on that one. Yeah. Thought that'd give you a giggle.
Talking about going out of the gate, yelling and screaming. Like I say, I guess I should tell this. I'm going to anyway. I was 12. My parents went to a church. They were real religious, and they got a new preacher in there, and he had a daughter that was 18. She'd been married before.
And she was 18 and she'd been married before.
Yeah, she got a good start.
Wow.
And anyway, me and her got together. I was like 12, and we got together, and I got broke in right there when I was 12 years old. And I've always been partial to it all my life. I never got tired of it.
So in other words, Ron, you spent your first waking hours trying to get out of it and the rest of your life trying to get back in it.
Yeah, that's right. No, it was really now they put somebody in jail over it, but it was really a good deal. It thank you, Bree, for tapping that one. She was older than me, that she could tell me what she liked and what she didn't like. I had a head start on most of them people. About 15 years ago, I guess, there's a seafood place here in Texas called Red Lobster. And I walked in there and sat down and ordered. I was by myself. And I looked up, and there were two couples come walking in the door. And one of the women was that 18-year-old I was talking about.
Oh, Lord.
I hadn't seen her in 20 years. She looked at me and dropped her head and went on by. I didn't say anything. They sit there and I ate. She'd look up at me and drop her head and just turn beet red every time she looked at me. They messed around there. Well, they got through eating, and I was still sitting there. She told whoever it was, I guess it was her husband, that I'll be back in a minute. I got to go to the restroom. I could hear every word they were saying. They went ahead and paid the check, went outside. She come back by my table in a few minutes. Told me, said, "Oh, thank you for not saying anything." Said, "That's my husband," and said, "He's a preacher. He wouldn't understand." Yeah. Like I say, it ain't no telling what kind of trouble I could get in a second time.
Oh, man. Wonders.
I was thinking about something the other day. One of these nights, we're going to have to get it when everybody's in here and Bree feels good, the cat feels good, get Tracy back in here. And
where is Tracy? Haven't seen her for a while.
I saw her on another. She was in Paula's tonight.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, I saw her in there. But
I think I was too busy with comeback lines with Travis. I think didn't even realize half the people were in chat.
that Travis is a nut.
Oh, he's a funny guy. Yeah.
But what we need to do is think back about, if you hear a song, a lot of the time it'll carry you back to that place you heard that song from. It might be at a dance, and it'd be sort of fun to sit there and try to think the songs up that went with Wouldn't have to tell what the occasion was. That were special. Might be fun one night.
I wasn't so big into music, and I mean, I rarely even have the radio on or what have you in the car. Yeah, I like even at home here, even though I'm by myself and that I don't have the music going or anything, but I always stuck my head in a book or something like that. And then I got the internet, and I've got no time for any other stuff.
I can't read a book to go to sleep. Because if I get a book and it's interesting, I'll sit right there and read the whole book before I put it down.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
The only book I ever read through till dawn, but I still didn't finish it, was James A. Michener's Hawaii, and I got engrossed in that, and that was over over 1,000 pages long. But I got engrossed in that. And the next minute, I was up at our country property at the time, and the next minute I could hear this, and I just sort of raised the eyes from the book, and here's this bloody big huntsman coming into the room. It was just coming around the door jamb. And the only time you ever see them is when it's going to rain. And I swear this bugger had gumboots on because I heard him coming. And I mean, he would have been easy, that big. And I really don't have much of a phobia, but spiders are it. And especially big buggers like that. And they always seem to gravitate to me. Doesn't matter where in the house it'll be, where I'm situated, they'll come to me. And well, that was it. I'm screaming my bippies off, and I woke Mum up. She was dead to the world up in her room, and she come out and she went to put her hand on the light switch, and of course nearly put her hand over the damn thing, and and I'm screaming, get it out, get it out, get it out, and anyway, she just flicked it out and. Yeah, just with the broom and, flicked it out the door. Well, that wasn't good enough. Yeah, I'd just settled back into the book again and getting engrossed in it again. About an hour later, I heard the bugger come in again. Well, that was it. I lost it. I've got no recollection of it, but apparently I was on my side table at the bed, Harry Starkus, screaming my bippies off. And Mum's come out again, and she's standing at the doorway, and all she could do was laugh. It was me going, ah! Harry Starks. And she got rid of it again, but that was it. I left the lights on after that and read through till daylight. There was no way known I was turning off the lights again. But so that's the only time I ever got so engrossed in the damn book. I read till daylight.
Well, what kind of spider was it?
Huntsman, but I mean they're big. They can get big, and especially you get up the bush and that. The ones down here in Melbourne aren't so big. I think the bird supply keeps them at bay, but up in the bush with all the treed areas and that, they've got better protection and they grow. Yeah, but this bugger, I reckon his leg span across, he would have been easy 6 inches. Yeah, 6-7 inches. Yeah, he was huge.
Got some big spiders over there.
Yeah, but as I said, down here, the huntsmen aren't as big, I don't reckon. They don't seem to get as big, but I think that's the bird life after them more so, less trees around and what have you, hiding places for them. And, they're easier prey, but up the bush in the forested areas and that they obviously get more growing time. Or either that, or they're a different variety of huntsmen. But we
got a tarantula over here, the biggest spider we got. And they'll get about that big.
I think there are some bigger ones up in the more up in the tropics and that, but I'm not familiar with them. But I mean, the huntsman won't hurt you. They can give you a bite, but they're not venomous or anything. But they're a lot of people are happy to have them in their house because they kill the insects. But I just hate the bloody things. But the biggest mistake I ever made, because Mum was a spider killer in the place. Yeah, it didn't worry her. And but the biggest mistake I ever did was when she passed away, I didn't bury her glasses with her. And it's the little ones that I'm getting these days. She haunts the big ones out, but the little ones, she obviously can't see them. She hasn't got her glasses, so I'm forever out with the vacuum cleaner sucking up little spiders. Diane, don't you bail out on us.
I'm not. I got to rearrange.
Oh, fair enough.
They, my boy, that boy of mine, weighs about 270, I imagine, and he's just a big old boy, 6 foot tall, and he'll pick a rattlesnake up. Snake don't bother him a bit. And he tackle anything. If you take a spider a half-inch across and run in plumb up a wall with it, just something about the spider that gets to it. I never was scared of that kind of stuff. The only thing that ever bothered me was stepping on a snake. Just that feel, when they roll underneath your boot. There ain't nothing in the world feels like that. I don't like it.
I remember as a kid, Dad used to take us flounder spearing, and I stepped on a stingray, and I literally had the carpet ripped out from underneath me with that. I mean, I was only a kid, and I obviously stood on the the edge of the wing part, and it took off. Yeah, and I went flying backwards. My feet.
I'm phobic of snakes.
I nearly picked up a black snake. I nearly picked up a black. I nearly picked up a black snake up the bush, thinking it was a hose. And as I bent down to grab hold of it, the damn thing took off. So did I, in the opposite direction.
I used to do a lot of hunting, and so I was out in the boondocks a lot. And East Texas, where I live, east of here, it's a real heavy forest. And some of it's swampy stuff going on towards Louisiana. And we had a place over there that cottonmouths are poison snakes, like rattlesnakes. And it wasn't nothing to see 50 of them damn things in a day. And, everybody else that was hunting on them see 50 of them. And they put about 20 or 30 of them wild hogs in there. And in 2 years, we didn't have any snakes. Them hogs would kill them snakes plumb out. I watched one day. The cottonmouths won't run from you. They'll just lay there and wait on you. And them hogs just walk up and grab them in the middle and go to slinging them. And their hide's so thick in the fat layer that they claim that poison can't get in where it bothers. And so they just eat them like popcorn. Now, down in South, in West Texas, them things, some of them get huge. Last time I went down there hunting, me and a buddy was driving down a gravel road. He said, "Is that a damn fence post in the road?" And he looked up, and it was a damn diamondback rattlesnake. And that snake was about that big in the middle.
Probably had a rabbit in it or something.
No, he was just that big.
Oh, really? Yeah.
It's about 6.5 foot long.
Yeah, Eastern Kentucky, we've got a lot of rattlers and cottonmouths.
And they're nasty.
Yeah, they are. I remember my granny taught me, she said, when you go to the garden, you have to take a hoe. I was like, if I'm going to pick vegetables, I have to take a hoe. Why? She said, because depending on where in the garden you are, if you smell a cucumber, it's not cucumbers you're smelling, it's a rattlesnake. She said, you keep that hole closed, she said, and you chop their heads off.
I've always looked at about copperheads. Now, rattlesnake, he's musty smelling to me. Just,
Yeah.
but I can smell them. I can. I can't smell much, but for some reason, I can smell the scent of that rattlesnake.
Yep.
We were on deer lease a few years ago, and me and a buddy were walking back through. We were going to look at a different place on there. And all of a sudden, I stopped, went to smell it, and I said, man, watch where you step. I said, we got a den or something around here because it is stout. We didn't go 20 yards further. Walked up on a hole in the ground, and there were 9 rattlers laying around that hole.
Oh, my God.
We killed 8 of them. One of them got back in the hole before we got. But I smelled them. We'd have walked right in the middle of it if it hadn't been for me smelling them.
Yeah, I mean, but it's their domain. So it's like here. I mean, everyone talks about Australia being a dangerous country because of our fauna and reptiles and stuff. But I mean, it really, it's really not a lot different from anywhere else. And it's just bush law. You just don't sneak around. Otherwise, you'll find them. If you do sneak around going looking for them, you'll find them. But generally, if you just tromping through the bush and that, you won't see them. But our most common deadly snakes here are the red-bellied black, the brown, and the tiger, and further north the taipan. But other than that, you don't worry about them. I've got a healthy respect for them. If I see them, they won't see me.
Kenny, I didn't know you were online. I'm sorry, bub. I wouldn't open this thing up if I'd known you was on. Apparently, you got a live chat going too.
Oh. Yes. Yeah, Kenny spreads himself that thin these days. It's a wonder the boy ever gets to sleep.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it. Yeah.
I used to could do that, but I can't do it no more.
Oh.
If I can get about 5 or 6 hours, I'm all right. But if I get less than that, then I feel like crud. How long do they think you're gonna have to keep the ice on the shoulder and not use it much, Diane?
Till it quits hurting.
When it quits hurting, huh?
Yeah.
Is the swelling going down, Di, or?
Yeah, before the surgery, I was swollen from like right at the very inside of my shoulder, right next to my neck, all the way down to my elbow. My upper arm was about double its normal size.
Good
because
Lord.
the bicep tendon has tendinosis in it, which is like a very severe form of tendinitis, and puts it at risk to rupture. So I have to really watch what I do with it still.
And not only that, I guess with the swelling too, would have been a vascular issue as well too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but is it with the ice and that? Is it slowly going down now that you've had it operated on and what have you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
good.
It's
going down. But doing therapy and stuff gets more circulation to the area, so it swells back up, and it's like
yeah.
It's annoying, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I got one I should have had surgery on years ago. I can raise my arm just about level, and that's about it on both shoulders. I've had both of them pop plumb out of place.
Yeah.
And I've always popped them back in just right there. Just wrap a belt around my wrist and put it on my boot, straighten up as hard as I could, and then go to the ground and cry for about 30 minutes.
Oh.
But, yeah.
The only thing he still called fixed was the capsulitis. There's still 3 torn tendons in there that he didn't repair. And said, he thinks they'll heal on their own, but it's been 8 months and they haven't healed at all. So I don't know.
I tell you something funny about me. I can lay down and my arms go back that far. That's it. And you can stand a pack of cigarettes up under my shoulders if I lay on my stomach. And man, at times my shoulders used to kill me. You couldn't get comfortable. I sleep on my side anyway. But then I got off into archery real heavy and got to competing in it, where I would shoot a tournament or sometimes two every weekend. And I noticed my shoulders quit hurting. They and my shoulders really get to bother me bad. I go pick that bow up, start shooting it, and I don't know what it does. I think it shoves that joint back in my shoulder, builds the muscle up around it. It'll be fine for 5 or 6 months. If I'd shoot a bow all the time, it don't bother me at all. But it's like lately I haven't shot one. I'm gonna have to pick one up here before too long. There's you another one.
Oh God. I think Bob, I've got to go to StreamYard not StreamYard, to YouTube.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better, Faradust. I'm gonna be all right. Just I'm like a damn old bear. When I get sick, all I want to do is sleep. If I'm really sick, I might sleep 20 hours a day.
They're reported the mongrel as well.
I take it bits and spurts. I'll either sleep a whole bunch or I won't sleep at all.
If I'm sick, I can just sleep like that. It don't bother me. I can lay down and go to sleep. And I don't want to fool with nobody. I just soon, like I say, I just sort of hibernate. But that gives your body a chance to heal too.
Yeah. Girls.
Oh, I'm trying to work out which one it is. The bruisings. I don't even know how I get them. That's the blood thinners.
What is that?
The blood thinners. I just have to touch myself and I bruise.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, but really, I guess I've got to go up to the doctors in the next couple of weeks anyway. I've got to get new scripts, but I might have to get them to break me down a bit off the low dose aspirin.
They'll put me
on. Staining, I can have them for a month. I can sit. Yeah, coming out.
About 20 years ago, they thought I had a stroke, and I didn't have. And they gave me that clot buster, and then thinned my blood down so much that I could just rub my arm, and it turned black and blue and start bleeding. I finally started getting off that stuff, and but still, I'll still bruise. I guess getting older, you do that too. Now you can take a baseball bat and hit me, and it won't bruise. Like on the body of my legs or something, but on my arms will.
Yeah, no. Well, I know the first when I had the heart attack, which thanks to my doctor, he thought he just gave me penicillin. The idiot, well, not penicillin, but he gave me an antibiotic. The fool. And I'd walked over to the surgery after it happened through the night, and told him I thought I'd had a heart attack, and he didn't believe me. But anyway, I got myself off to the hospital, and yeah, sure enough, I had. But it was only mild, thankfully. And they put a stent in, and it's been as good as gold. But the worst part about it, about a month later, after having that done, I thought I was having another heart attack. And I ended up, that was an ambulance ride, that one, into emergency. And they whacked me on the table again and did another angio. And no, I wasn't having a heart attack. Having a reaction to the bloody tablets that they put me on.
No.
Before I went into the to get the angio done, they tried to get a syringe of blood out of my arm, and it was like jelly in the syringe. So they pumped me full of heparin. And but that's what was causing. Then they were looking for a pulmonary embolism and God only knows what else. But yeah, I had 2 of the tablets. Well, one primarily was Brilinta, and the other one was Nebulit. They took me both of those, and yeah, no, I've been fine since. But I'm still on a low dose aspirin, which thins out your skin, especially as you're getting older, and you touch yourself and you bruise.
Oh, I
That's what
believe if I ever got cut really bad, it would be tough. If I cut myself or something, I bleed like stuck off.
I never used to, but yeah, I don't. Oh, well, I haven't really cut myself to tell, but I don't tend to bleed that hard. Like with an injection site or anything like that. I've still got to have it covered, for a little time after. But yeah, I don't tend to bleed that much, but just bruising.
I got that new puppy. Well, I'm just about to heal up from him. He had them little sharp teeth, and he likes to wrestle around and play. And then his claws are like razors. And I'm gonna have to get somebody to hold him where I can clip his toenails. Especially those dew claws on the front. He'll jump on you and hook that dew claw, and just I'll be bleeding up the storm again. He's settling down a little bit, but I don't think he'll ever
He's
And
never going to outgrow it.
Huh?
He's never going to outgrow it.
No, that's just I've seen dogs. He's 6 months old. He's gonna settle down a whole lot. Well, he should have already started.
Yeah. I'll be glad when my girls settle down.
Do what?
So I'll be glad when my girls settle down. They're 18 months and a year old, and Lord, they're just wild things.
This little old bulldog is. And I tell you what, I get tickled at him. He sleeps up on the bed, and I don't know if I'm talking in my sleep or snoring or what, but I'll wake up in the middle of the night. He'll have his head laying right up on my cheek. Just, he won't be touching me anywhere else, but he take his head and lay on my neck or my cheek.
He could be
Happy
listening.
there.
Could be listening to your heartbeat too, Ron.
He might do, and it ain't no telling.
Yeah. Young puppies, particularly, they always say, put a clock or something in with them, because it's like the heartbeat from their mother. But yeah, it could be, he's listening to your heartbeat through your carotid artery. Who knows?
Well, I saw a bunch of junk when I was Betty. I still every once in a while find get to dreaming about a little of that. I just wonder if I don't get to dreaming, then he's not trying to shut me up.
Oh, that's possible. Yeah.
Because he don't do it all the time.
Yeah. No, anything's possible. And because he's with you all the time too. He'd know every nuance that you had. So anything out of the norm, and he'd, and it's their nature too to be protective.
That little old dog, he does pretty good as long as it's not over a couple hours. That's okay, Diane. I really appreciate you coming up, gal.
Yeah, no, it's good to see Diane. I'm glad she made the effort.
But if I leave him more than about 2 hours, then he's got he gets sort of wound up then.
Yeah. Well, they're pack animals, Ron. They that's their hierarchy too. So, and he sees you as the leader of the pack, even though you may not believe it. Yeah.
he's a good dog. I wasn't gonna get another one when I lost that other little Yorkie.
Yeah.
I really missed having a dog around here.
Yeah, I had a little terrier mix. And when my dad passed away, she passed away 3 months after him. But yeah, no, I lost the will to have another dog then, and not only that, I had plans to travel, so it made having a pet hard, unless you want to put him in a kennel for the duration. But one trip I did was for 3 months, so we wouldn't do that to a pet.
Yeah, well, he pretty well goes everywhere I go.
Yeah, well, I went overseas, so had no option. Yeah.
He'll get on that motorcycle with me, and I've took him a couple of times on it. That other dog would ride anywhere on that motorcycle. I had a little carrier on the back, and I'd put him in there, and he liked that. And this dog liked it, but the weather just hadn't been good.
Yeah, well, domestically, I had no problems with her. We went away caravanning and that, and yeah, she come along. The only hassle here with, like travelling that way, is a lot of places you go to, who they won't accept pets. So you either got to camp out, or you stay at a lower grade, for want of a better word. Yeah, lower grade place. But anyway, you
Yeah,
put up with it.
they are more trouble. Now, there's no doubt about that. But it got worse when I was pulling them RVs. I stayed in a motel about 6 nights a week usually. And I got where I hated a hotel or a motel. Even the expensive ones weren't clean. My wife had a black light. You walk in there and put that black light on that bed, you wouldn't believe what'd be on that in bed. And then now, in about the last year and a half, just decent. I mean, not Waldorf or anything, but just nice hotels. They jumped up to like $250 a night. They get 60, 70, 80 bucks. That was bad enough, but you ain't gonna go many. I can't afford $250 a night.
No.
I like to go. Hey, that's the reason I can't. Pomeranian. I hadn't thought about one of them in a while.
I can't even remember the last time I stayed at a motel. Oh, crikeys. It was pre-COVID. I went up to meet my brother. He was coming down from Queensland in his van, and he was travelling around, and I went up to meet him part the way up the top of Victoria, and I stayed in the motel. I can't remember what it was there a night. I mean, that was a country motel too, so it wasn't cheap. It wasn't as cheap, wasn't as expensive, I should say, as like bigger town, city type prices. But,
Hello, Amy.
Hi, Amy.
Yeah, you doing all right tonight? Are you still working, or are you at home now?
I'm just going to turn the fan on. It's got steamy in here.
Yeah, while you I was over there 3 different times. I really wouldn't. I never did go to the other islands. A couple of them. I wasn't really all that impressed with Honolulu. Is just a big old town. That's all it is, and everything just higher than hell. I got a friend of mine that keeps trying to get me to go back down to the Philippines. He lives down there, and I was in the service.
One island I'd like to go to, I've never been to Hawaii. I'd like to go to Samoa. Yeah. I reckon Yeah.
I'm just not a saltwater person. And a lot of people are, you know.
Yeah, I'm not a great beach lover by any stretch of the. I'd prefer inland anywhere than coastal. But no, just a different lifestyle. I think they're Samoa Micronesian or not sure. But anyway, yeah, that'd just be one place.
Yeah.
As far as the Pacific goes, anyway.
I got so many places in the United States I want to go back to that I won't live long enough to go back to all of them.
Yeah, well, there's still a lot of places in Australia that I haven't seen, but I have circumnavigated it, so which is a lot more than what most people have done. So it was, it was what 3.5 months on the road. So yeah,
Well, I wound up
yeah,
when I was delivering them RVs. I put 326,000 miles on a truck pulling RVs, and it was real neat. They wanted you to run 500 miles a day taking them out. But once you got there and dropped, you could take up to 2 weeks to get back to the yard again.
yeah.
I put a cab over camper on the back of my pickup, and I've been in every national park, federal park, think of, and up in Canada, and went to Alaska, you know, run around this country. But I didn't. There were some of them places I'd like to go back to and spend a week.
Yeah. I just like. I mean, I've always liked to travel, but what I don't like, like these organised functions. I like to, like when I went to Europe the first time, I backpacked it around. That was great. But yeah, I like to sort of. I mean, it's not the appropriate phrase, but get down and dirty with the locals. But in other words, just see how the average person lives and how their day goes, sort of thing, as opposed to just seeing the commercialised touristy tracks. Yeah, that's why when I went over to the States the first time, and I didn't do well. I'd been talking to somebody on the internet for crikeys. I think at that stage about at least seven years. 6 or 7 years at that stage. And I said to her, if I come over, I said, you have to make it worth my while. I said, I'm not coming over, just for a week or two. I said, well, I'll do a month and, see how we go. Well, yeah, and that started out that way. I mean, neither of us had seen one another face to face, but we'd be talking to one another every day for, 6 years. And and because we'd always had a good relationship, sort of via chat or whatever on Facebook, and yeah, it was good. And for the first month, it was great. Well, then, when time come to leave, and I was coming home, everyone was in tears. When are you coming back? When are you coming back? So I went back the following year, and I said, yeah, we'll make this one a good one. And so I went for 3 months, and God, I was homesick by the end of it. And it was hard getting out of there because I had about 4 people trying to hang on to me and not let me go. But it was fun.
I follow a couple places on the internet, and there's one little old couple, and they're in Texas now. And they're seeing some stuff here in Texas that I haven't seen. I've heard of it, or, and Texas is a big old place too. And but I got probably another month to find out how my sister's going to do, and then I'm probably going to take off for a month or 2.
Yeah. Do it while you can, Ron.
Oh yeah, I want to get this motorcycle bought, that's sort of holding me up. I'll get it done.
Yeah, while your health's holding up and you're capable of doing it, do it.
Well, I've been going that way,
Yeah.
and it. But I want to do just like I told some people the other day that they were talking about going full time on the RVs, but they've been traveling for about a month. But damn, they get up every morning and move.
Yeah.
You know, and you go someplace else. I said, y'all not seeing half of what you ought to be seeing. You know, I said, and y'all spending a hell of a lot of money too. I
Yeah.
said, you can take and pull in one of these campgrounds, and if you rent it for a week, you can rent it for $300 or $400. And if you pay for it by the night, well, you'll pay twice that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a week's about right. But I don't really like to run with the crew either, Janet. I made the mistake here I've been about 3 or 4 years ago now. First time I went to Quartzsite. Well, I had bought a little old casita trailer, and they're real cliquey. And people that got the casitas, they have the rallies and all that. Well, I put on the internet that I was going to Quartzsite, and if any, I wasn't going to be leading the tour or anything, but if anybody wanted to tag along, well, come on. Well, I had 5 couples. Well, wasn't couple, 5 trailers. Had 3 single gals and 2 couples and me, and 6 trailers. Damn, that was like trying to herd a bunch of cats. Half of them wanted to take it easy and stop and look at stuff, and the other half wanted to drive 700 miles a day. Well, I want to never do that again.
No. No, that's like I went over to Europe the second time I went over there with my sister-in-law. She hadn't been. She organised the tour, and it was one of those Trafalgar tours. Oh God, you're like damn cattle in a truck, and I'd never do that again in a fit. I mean, all the places, well, not all, but most of the places we went to, I'd already been to anyway, several years before. But yeah, no. Oh, I hate being herded like a sheep too. But like I don't mind, like you're out traveling or stuff like that. I don't mind traveling by myself and that, but I also enjoy company too. And some of the places you go, especially here, some of the outback places you go to, the first place or the best place to rock up to would be the local pub, the bar, and sit down and have a beer. And the rest of it take care of itself. I don't know how many times I got swept out with the butts. But you had a great night. Met a lot of people and had a lot of laughs.
I like people to a certain extent, but I'm sort of set in my ways too. I've got a cousin that me and him are really close, always have been. He's 9 months older than I am. We grew up together, and we might not see each other for 5 years, but when we get back together, it's just like we were together the day before, And I was talking to him, and there's a lake in New Mexico that's got tiger muskies, which is a big old fish. I never had caught one. I told him, I said, why don't we go out there? Let's take about 10 days. I'll take my trailer and go out there and fish for 10 days at that lake. Well, about that 4th day, I was ready to kill him. Just when I get up in the morning, I want a cup of coffee, and you leave me the hell alone. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to fool with nobody until I get that first cup of coffee down. Then I about got one eye open. I get through the second cup of coffee, well, I'm human again then. And so I'm quiet, and he'd get up in the morning just talking his ass off. And I'd be like, wanting to go, shut up. And I figured out right quick that old saying, that fish and company both get old after 3 days. That's about right. You know,
Yeah.
I gotta
Yeah.
be able to get off by myself some.
I'm pretty easy going. The only issues I generally have is I've got no tolerance for stupid, and yeah, I've just got to get up and walk away. Otherwise, I'll say something I may regret, and yeah, so.
Well, I'm
But other
sort of
than
like
that,
very good.
so yeah, I can talk to pretty much anyone, on almost any level. So
I can, but I've got a knack for doing something, and I damn sure don't try to do it on my own. I get in a group, and you're going to go camping or fishing or whatever. It seems like everybody wants me to run the thing, and I don't want to. You know, we'd go on them kayak trips, and I'd take and put out there that I was going to go from here to here, leave this day and get there this day. And if anybody want to come along, fine. Well, then that won't shoot a ramrod the thing. And I don't know. I've always sort of drawn that. And I enjoy my own company. I have to say,
yeah, I've always enjoyed my own company too.
I need to find a gal that likes to snuggle at night and then likes to go on her own way in the daytime. I think.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, even as a little kid, yeah, Mum would go looking for me. I think things would go quiet, and she'd come looking for me, and I'd be off in a corner somewhere, entertaining myself, whether it be a book or, as little playing with my dolls and whatever as a kiddie, and yeah, quite happy. But probably that was a um, a protective mode for me, because if I went out and socialised with my brothers, they were out to kill me. So it was safer that way. But yeah, no, I don't know. But yeah, no, I've always been happy to. I can sit in a crowded room reading a book. Doesn't worry me. Yeah, I just shut off. But and like even later on as an adult, and that, well, it's a standard joke. I didn't have to up and leave home. They all up and left me from 18 years of age onwards. So, yeah, no, I've sort of had to fend for myself ever since. But, that didn't worry me either.
Yeah. I enjoy my RVs. I ever get through redoing this cab over of mine, well, I'll really be happy then, because that's just, I done figured out that's the simplest way I can travel, cab over.
I'm still curious to know what that structure is you're building. You still haven't shown us what it is yet.
Yeah, I've got it all put together except the audio. I need to go back and put the audio on.
Oh,
But I've
right.
got the audio ready to go.
Still reckon it's a dance floor. Or a bloody big kennel.
You know, Diane, people start off that way. I had several ladies that I've dated, had a good time with, and you go out one time with them and have a good time, and you go out with them the next time, and if you didn't call them by noon the next day, in daytime I got stuff to do, they'd be mad at you. How come you ain't called me? And the third day, you start to pick them up, they come out to the damn vehicle with a suitcase in their hand. Oh, and I've had that happen to me 3 or 4 times. That's for real. I'm not cutting up like that. And just some people. Now, not everybody's that way. But some people are just looking to get hooked up. I mean, they just hate living by themselves, and they don't like it.
Yeah, yeah, you find that quite a bit. They need the dependency, but nah, not this little black duck. I've always been independent.
Yeah, it just gets interesting sometimes.
Yeah,
Probably a good thing it wasn't that way when I was about 20 years old. Hell, I looked like a good info bird.
I like to be able to, just pack up at a minute's notice and take off. Whatever the whim is to take me. So, and just do it. And
That's
yeah,
one thing about the way I'm getting set up now on that cab over and that pickup. I'll probably leave that cab over on that truck, and I'll keep it loaded. And I've got that big Harley right around. Unless the weather's bad. And so that's going to put me where I can just load up and go. 30 minutes, I can be gone.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. And at this stage in your life, Ron, why not? Why
Yeah.
not? Yeah. You just throw the little dog in and, a couple of changes of clothes and some, yeah, as long as you've got a little bit of money set aside to pay your fuel and a bit of food and stuff, well, so be it. Go.
Yeah. Well, my deal is I have gone a whole lot up till this virus crap took off.
Yeah, well, that's been a hindrance for everyone. Yeah.
But during that time, it's been sort of good in one way because I've had enough different kinds of RVs that I know what I want now. And I'm going to wind up keep this RV here and keep it parked at this place. And I'll have it to come back to. And then take that cab over and go. And if I want to go for a week, I can go for a week. If I want to go for a month, I can go for a month. If I want to go 6 months, and and that's what I'm wanting right there. But I enjoy the RV because I can take my dog with me, and it's just so many neat places to stay, and it is so much cheaper. Oh,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. Yeah, wherever the wind blows, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I love, sort of. I don't say I'd do it. I'd contemplate doing it now, but travelling around Australia was the best trip I ever did. But and I mean it was off the beaten track as well as on the main road. The like highway number 1 pretty much all the way around, but deviated off into spots. I got into Western Australia there. Where was it? At Carnarvon, I think, which is about halfway down the the state on the coast, and nearly applied for a job there, and could have quite happily have just pitched tent and stayed. In fact, had I got the job, they would have supplied a house and all, so it would have been, come very close to that, and just turfed the job that I was doing back at home. But no, it's good to see and to visualize and experience, just how everyone else lives, and it just broadens your perspective too, I think, and your general understandings of just the day-to-day livings of everybody from all walks of life. Who have we got? Roy and Becky's travels are in. And I'm just trying to catch up with the chat. That's one thing I find coming up on a live and is keeping up with the chat. I can't do two things at once. Did we lose Kat? Has she gone to bed? She must have. We've lost Ron. Oh, I'm left holding the show. All right, Diane, get us into trouble. What can we do? I might have to see if I can grab Ron's bottle of tequila. You get booted off again, Ron, did you?
Yeah, the internet. Well, that time the battery went down on my hotspot.
Oh.
Hello, Ron.
Break out the tequila shots. Yeah. We need Michael Ann and Kat back, but to help us out, Diane. But nevertheless, yeah. And Amy's on the phone.
It'll settle down in a minute, maybe.
Yeah. Everyone's very sedate tonight. Yeah. Because it's your Saturday night over there, isn't it? What time is it with you, Ron?
5 minutes after 1.
Yeah, so it's Sunday. Yeah. I like Diane's comment. Oh, Ron, the hotspot is wherever you are. She's a sweet talker, that girl. Hi, Benay.
Uh-oh. It's Michael Ann.
Oh, she made it. She heard her name and woke her up.
Yeah. She heard about them tequila shots. That's what it was.
Have you still got your stream, your YouTube mute on, sound on, Ron? You were echoing a bit.
When I rebooted, it might have come back on.
Yeah. Yeah, I got left holding the fort, Michael, and yeah, Ron got booted off. So I yelled out to Diane and told her that we needed the tequila going again.
Is that still echoing?
No, it's good now, Ron.
Okay.
No, I just heard me.
I don't know what the deal is on that. It was muted, but maybe I need to. You what? Let me go back in and close that like I did other night. That worked good.
Yeah, well, that wasn't. Yeah, you weren't echoing then, so that's a start.
Let's see how that'll work.
Oh, I can still hear me following, but it's definitely not me.
Yeah, you echoing just a little bit. But.
All right, hang on. I'll shut down my YouTube as well. Okay, that's shut down altogether. I'm just in StreamYard. Nah, still doing it.
I tell you what, I was going to stop and buy a bottle of tequila today, and I forgot about it.
Now, tequila is the Mexican one, isn't it, with the worm?
Yeah, some of them got worm.
I had a shot of that, or a couple of shots actually, of that, many years ago, and to me it tasted like liquid boot polish. I don't know how you can drink it. It's not exactly my bailiwick.
Yeah, I don't like sweet drinks with alcohol.
No, I don't
drinking
like
a lot of something like that, I can handle that.
Yeah.
my favorite drink is a salty dog.
I don't
And
know
that
what that is.
salty dog is grapefruit juice with a salt rim, and I make it with dry gin. And you can't even taste the alcohol in it,
Yeah,
but it'll have a salt rim on it. It's just
yeah.
a good, clean drink, but it will slip up on your.
I've had some serious problems with gin over the time, and yeah, I leave that alone. Yeah, it's a sneaky damn drink because
Yeah,
it does hide. Yeah,
that dry
and
gin, you can't even tell you're drinking it, and then all of a
yeah,
sudden it's like,
until it
bam.
backs up. Yeah, until it backs up and whacks you on the back of the head and knocks you out.
Yeah.
But
Now that gin will make your clothes fall off worse than that tequila will, I imagine.
yeah. That and the another one that I swore off for life was Bacardi rum. God, that knocked the stuffing out of me younger. And
I don't.
yeah, and that's a white rum. And yeah, I've never touched it since. Oh, got as sick as a dog on that one.
I won't hardly drink rum. They rum's been around forever because it's easy to make,
Mm.
and that stuff it'll work on your inside. Drink enough of it. I got two friends of mine, and they're alcoholics. They'll drink about a half gallon of that Captain Morgan's rum, and they'll drink it in a night, you
Mm.
know, and do it every day. And
Yeah,
they get
no.
hooked on it pretty bad. But then that tequila and a little salt and a little lime, that's pretty hard to beat. If you get good tequila. Now there's a jillion different grades of tequila.
Yeah. No, as far as like hard alcohol, I used to have a scotch, but I never used to drink it neat. I used to always have it with scotch and dry. Didn't like scotch and coke. I'd have it with scotch and dry ginger ale. But other than that, no, I just stuck with the beer. And yeah, no, I could get into enough trouble with that. That was bad enough. Especially our beer here. I mean, it makes some of your beers over there look like cat's whittle. So yeah,
But, it just depends on where you drink.
yeah,
You go to a lot of these breweries, and
yeah.
you drink about 3 beers in there, and it's like drinking a fifth of whiskey.
Well, I think I've got.
Hello, Greg. How you doing?
I've had two of these sitting in the fridge forever, a light ice, and I'm just looking to see what their alcoholic volume is. Christ, hang on, I'm going to have to get my glasses on. Can't read the small print. Yeah. See, our driving license, our driving laws over here is 0.05. You see, this is a light beer. It's a 2.3% alcoholic volume. But our general beer, or what we call heavy beer here, is usually about the 5.76, something like that. And you knock back a few of those cans, and they'll set you on your butt. But light ice, you can pretty much drink all day.
Well, here in the
And don't
States,
drive, of course.
when I was growing up, all the American beers were 5.2, and then they got started on Coors started it, that light beer, and now that's all you see nearly. It was
Yeah.
like water to me. I was used to drinking that regular beer, and it's pretty close to what y'all got. You said 5.7, and it was standard was 5.2, and our
Yeah.
here in Texas it was. Germany is where you don't want to drink beer. Ooh,
I didn't mind some of the German beers. Yeah.
Well, what I don't like about them, I like beer cold.
I'm just trying to think. It was Carlsberg was one. That wasn't a bad beer. I'd prefer beer on tap than out of a bottle or a can, in preference.
I tell you what, they got some stout beer over there. Ooh, they got some beer
yeah.
at 18%.
Another European beer it's not a bad beer. It's a lighter beer, of course, and I'm just trying to think whether it's Belgian or Dutch. Is the Heineken. I think you can get Heineken in the States as well. That's quite a nice beer.
Well,
But I mean, I'm not a connoisseur of beers by any stretch of the imagination, but I know what I like and what I don't like. And I think that the only American beer that I tried that was remotely drinkable to me was one called, I think it was Michelob.
Michelob,
Yeah. I think that was the only one that was remotely palatable to me that I tried.
Did y'all have San Miguel?
San
beer over
Miguel.
there?
That's now. Where did I come across that? Oh, I don't know whether I was in Indonesia or was it San Miguel? Where did I see that? Where did I have that? I can't remember. It was the Philippines or it was somewhere in Asia there. Somewhere I had the San Miguel.
It was made in the Philippines.
Yeah, well, it was the Philippines that I had it then. Yeah. Oh, the one that really stitched me up was aptly named too. We were in Santorini, one of the islands off Greece there, and I had a beer, and it was called Fix. But little did I know it. Apparently, they'd been off the market for a couple of years beforehand, and this was obviously old stock. Fix is right. Oh, God, I've never been so damn sick in my life. I only had one bottle of it too, but it had me going both ends, and we weren't going to be in Santorini for that long. And I said to Jan, I said to my friend, I said, get me to Switzerland. I said, I'm going to need a hospital. I feel like I'm going to die. And I didn't want to be anywhere else over in Europe and get medical attention if I needed it. Yeah. So
only time I've ever got sick drinking was, I think it was peach brandy. I got wound up on peach brandy one night and got sicker than a damn dog. That's the only time I've ever got sick drinking.
This wasn't alcoholic poisoning or anything. That was obviously off, and whatever bacteria or whatever it had in it ripped me apart. Yeah, I couldn't hold anything down or in. Yeah, it was unbelievable. Yeah, even a glass of water was setting me off. Yeah. And
Right.
So you got all sorts of issues going on there. Dehydration being the main.
Yeah.
But I was crook for a good 3 or 4 days with it. After that one particular bottle, Fix. Bloody hell, they weren't joking. That stitched me up.
I used to margaritas. I've never got sick on margaritas.
I've never had a margarita.
Pretty good. Lowenbrough. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think I ever drank any of them, but I remember them.
Yeah. That wasn't a bad drink too. Again, yeah, we went to the Hofbrauhaus in one of them anyway. In I think it was in Munich. We went to, and that was a classic. Yeah, the whopping big steins. Yeah, and of course the draft beer. Yeah, but I mean, it'd take you 2 hands to lift one of these bloody steins to drink it, and you see these waitresses going around. They got half a dozen of them. How they held it. They were weightlifters. Yeah. and trying to get through those buckets. I think that particular night, I think I'd had about three steins, and that was my limit. My eyes were floating. I had that much fluid in me,
But,
and I couldn't drink anymore.
Beer was funny with me. I used to drink it like I was scared they wasn't going to make it. I drank it after I come out of the service. But I've got where several times in my life I started drinking beer and just drink myself, get a buzz on and then just drink myself plumb cold sober. I could just drink it like water and it didn't do anything.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I younger than that. I'd get with my brother, and he had his own business, and knock off time. Yeah, you come visit and knock them with your elbows. You'd walk in with a slab of beer, which was 24 stubbies, and that was only one box. But there used to be three of us religiously there pretty much every other night. And we'd come knock them with our elbows. And the guy down at the bottle shop, the drive-through bottle shop, if we didn't turn up at least once or twice a night, he'd wonder what had happened to us. But and the funny part was Jeff had a 44, an empty 44-gallon drum he used to get collected every week, and the damn clatter and crash that it'd make when they emptied it and let out all the glass stubbies out of that. You could hear it for miles around. It was unbelievable. Yeah.
I watch these young people now run around party, and I feel sorry for them. Really, they, we could date somebody and go out. And you could spend $15-20 and have a pretty nice time. Now these kids go out to eat. Just a guy take a gal out to eat and he'll drop $100 bill. You go same thing, go to a movie or something like that. I don't see how they afford it at all.
Yeah. No, days were different.
I think I grew up in the best time you could grow up in.
Yeah. It wasn't as racy as what it is today. Like things were a slow pace, and also less complicated, than what it is today. And you just had fun, and you made your own fun in a lot of respects. Yeah. Whereas the kids today, they're all raised on electronics. We didn't have electronics. We used to have to use our imaginations to entertain ourselves. Yeah.
When back then, when I was a kid, they didn't have any diseases like AIDS or anything like that. The worst one you could get was penicillin would take care of it. And so you didn't worry about that part. The worst thing you worried about was somebody getting pregnant. And then they come up with a birth control pill during that time. So that sort of cranked that up. And you could drink and a cop would stop you when you had to be in bad shape before you ever thought about getting a DWI. They would tell you go park your car and go home. Come get it tomorrow.
God, I remember the day. There'd be a group of us, and we'd be out. We'd have the CB radios going, and we'd all collection spot where we'd all meet back to, but then we'd dissipate in umpteen different directions. One would go and have to hide off somewhere, and we used to have to try and hone in on their strength signals and find them that way. Oh, God, we used to have fun. But yeah, that was guys and girls and what have you. We used to have it was just riotous fun. Yeah.
That's right. Well, it's
Yeah.
like Diane said, talking about going out to dinner, dancing, and drinking, and didn't spend over $50 in a night. You know,
Yeah.
and that was a pretty good night.
Yeah.
Well, you can't do that now.
No, $50. God, it doesn't go anywhere these days.
I walked in a bar to meet a friend of mine. I don't know, it's been probably a year ago. And anyway, he wasn't there yet. And I ordered a margarita, and that damn margarita was $12.50, one drink.
My other brother was over in the States a couple of years back, and he was at a bar somewhere, and he had a couple of friends with him, and that he'd met up with, over time, and that because he drank quite extensively, and one of them he got suckered in because here we've got polymer notes, money, and yeah, you can't rip it, you can't do anything with it. Anyway, he said to this guy, he said, "I'll bet you $50. Yeah, if you can tear this." And anyway, the bloke was trying all sorts of things and what have you. And the next minute, he wanted to stick his teeth into it. He said, Tony said to him, no teeth. Yeah. Anyway, so it was a cheap shout for him that night. He come out of it ahead. But oh yeah, that was funny. Hang on, I'll just grab a couple and I'll show you. I've got them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it used to be.
Yeah, that's but they're a polymer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah. The only thing is, if you stick them in an oven, they shrink. That's the 50. What have I got? I've got a 10 here. Hang on, I'll show you that one. Yeah, there's a 10.
Oh.
Yeah. And a 5. I love it. They keep, especially on our coins and that, they keep aging the Queen. She gets older as she goes. That's all I've got here at the minute. God, I've got to be careful when I take my money out. Moths might escape.
Yeah, I tell you what, Bear Dust, I took it on a little trip here. I don't know, been 2 or 3 months ago, and about 150 miles from here, I run down the highway, and somebody's got a drive-in movie open there. The first time I'd seen one of them in years. But they said people from all over the country come in there. I guess. Oh,
Yeah, they shrink down to a credit card size, Diane. But everything's a plastic card these days, so you don't often have a lot of change per se in your purse.
yeah. Like I said, we lived in a good time.
Yeah.
And the other thing is different, and I feel sorry for the kids now, is that when I was growing up, by the time I was 18 years old, I already owned a half a business. And, you could get in business for yourself and you could make some money. I mean, but now, I don't know. I feel sorry for the kids now.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
They've had college pushed down their throats.
these days, the younger ones, they get married and what have you, and both of them have got to work because they've got a mortgage on a house up to the wazoo, if in fact they're lucky enough to have a house. Yeah, and they then kids come along, but they usually have to be planned these days, and it's simply because there's not enough money to go around, let alone having settling down and having kids, and then you've got the education and clothing and feeding and all the stuff that goes with it. Yeah, so can I, Diane. In fact, when I got my driver's license, just before I got my driver's license, it was 39 cents a gallon here too. Yeah, and now it's almost. What did I say the other day? It was $1.90 something a litre, and there's 3.5 litres to a 1 US gallon. I think it's dropped back a little now, but still it's exorbitantly dear.
I can remember there was a service station line that was like, nationwide Gulf. And they had a cheap gas they called Gulf Tang, and I saw it at 25 cents a gallon. It didn't burn real quick. I mean, it was sorry fuel. It was 25 cents a gallon. And gas here now is $3.60, $3.70, something like that. Texas has normally got pretty good gas prices. Yeah. Isn't that funny? Very does about how all that works. What, Roy? Roy, you want to come up on panel? Very does. Kenny? Somebody else needs to get up here.
I think we've only got one drive-in still surviving here in Victoria, at least. That's just down the road from me here. I think it's still going. God.
There used to
The
be
passion
one.
pit. That we used to call them the passion pits.
That and did y'all have skating rinks over there? They got real popular.
Not so many these days. There used to be I think there was one out in the eastern suburbs. I don't know whether that's still going. I think that was Ringwood Way. And there, years back, there used to be where I learned to skate was at St. Moritz, which was the other side of town, there at St Kilda. Yeah, but that's long closed down. Yeah, and I mean, just recently, with the Winter Games and that, I've seen that a handful of the Aussies have done really well, but you've got to remember that for any of our Winter Games per se people, athletes that want to compete, they've got to go and live over in Europe or something like that, because we've got very little here at all. I mean, how they even get into the sports to start with has got me beat, because this isn't really a training ground for that sort of thing. I'm left to my own devices again. Come on, gang, we need some interplay in chat. let's keep this thing rolling. Ron's obviously locked up again. Yep, he's back.
My butt getting sore from getting kicked out of here.
That's why I'm standing, leaning on the breakfast bar. Trying to get rid of the flat spots on me tyres, me spare tyres.
Yeah, I guess I'm a flasher tonight. I didn't kick me plumb offline anyway.
Yeah, it's getting to the stage, Ron. You're on and off like a new bride's nightie. You're leaving me to hold the fort.
Don't keep talking about pizza. I like I don't like them very often, but I like just a regular pepperoni thin crust pizza. I don't want thick and all that other. Put olives on.
The only pizza I actually go out and buy has got hot salami, capsicum, onion, the tomato base, of course, and I have pineapple, olives, mushrooms, and and the cheese on it, and well done. That's about it. Yeah, that suits me.
Well, I'm not a mushroom person. That's something I don't
No,
care. A lot of people love them. I mean, just
yeah.
I didn't never develop a taste for them.
I don't mind the button. I don't like champignon, but I don't dislike just the normal. I suppose you'd call them button mushrooms. I'm not a great lover of field mushrooms. They're too gamey for me. But yeah, just the general button mushroom. Yeah, I don't mind those. I use those in cooking and or a salad sliced for a salad or something like that.
A lot of people just love them.
Yeah.
I just never developed a taste for them.
Yeah. Well, the ones I'm talking about are the button mushrooms. They got little taste, and in cooking and things like that, they're just virtually just an additive. They're like to me, they're like the a zucchini. It's zucchini's just an additive in food because they've really got no taste either, not by themselves, of course. Yeah, I'm with Di. Yeah.
Hey, Diane, if you break that glue out, you be careful where you put it. You're gonna make me hungry. Well,
I had dinner early today, so for me, so later on, I might, have a snack of something. Might have a bit of toast with tomato on it or something. But I basically only have one meal a day, one hot meal a day, and that does me.
I'm spastic about the way I eat. One day I might eat 2 meals and then eat 1 meal and sort of crazy.
Yeah, well, like that pork stir fry I did, I cooked up yesterday. And, I had a feed off that last night, and I had each one I'll make about 2 feeds. and I just make enough for about 2 feeds, and yeah, the rest of it I had today. But yeah, like I always, all my meals I always include a meal that's got vegetables in it. I like my veggies, and it was only just a couple of little pork steaks I cut up into strips, and that that was all that went in with that, and yeah, most of the the bulk of it was veggies. That suits me fine over rice.
Mm. That was something that was funny. I had several friends of mine, and 2 of them are emergency nurses. When that damn super glue first came out, they were always getting somebody in there that had their nipples glued together, or
That wouldn't be too bloody easy to do.
Yeah, and can you imagine trying to drive a car to the hospital like that?
No. No, but yeah, many a person was. Oh Jesus, there's another. I haven't got StreamYard up either. Hang 5.
Mm. Well, for a long time they didn't have anything.
Hang on, Ron. I've got to go on. Unless Kenny said, "Oh, Kenny got him. Kenny killed it."
I think Kenny likes that.
Yeah.
It was
Kenny's
funny. For 2 nights we didn't have any trolls at all.
No. Oh, hang on. That's my StreamYard's echoing again. Not. Okay, had to shut down the live. No, but it's Kenny's. Oh God, it's doing it again on me. As Kenny was saying though, when you set up your live stream, you can. Although, Struth, there's another one.
Yeah.
Hang 5. Kenny will get him, no doubt. But wasn't Kenny still doing a live stream?
I think it's over with now.
Diane got him. Oh no, Kenny. Oh, Diane. Kenny deleted Diane.
Who did?
Yeah, he left he hit the wrong. He hit the wrong. I know he's obviously hidden that one, but you may have to go and reinstate her.
Here and look.
I know he's unhidden her. Oh, Kenny, Diane's gonna smack your butt. You got trigger happy, son.
That's what I did to Cookie the other night.
Yeah, Diane reported him. Yeah, but poor old Diane. Kenny deleted you, Diane. He had to reinstate you. Oops.
If I can find what I'm looking for here.
Yeah. I don't know. She's appeared back in chat, Ron, so maybe Kenny was able to restore her, but yeah, she's back in chat again, I think.
And I forgot where I found that at.
He had 2 goes. He had 2 goes at Diane deleting her. Yeah, then it's got Diane was unhidden by Kenny. Yeah, she's back. Oh God, he's left me again. Yeah, but your finger was a bit too quick for you, Kenny. Well. Jub's right. She's back. I had to laugh tonight in Paula's live where Nate, he, I don't know whether he hit him or whatever he did, but hid Travis, Dream on Wheels. And the next minute, Travis is in the door and in the ambo. I laughed at that. Oops. I would have got caught, Diane. Not quick enough.
Yeah. Will Kenny get that one?
Kenny got the troll, but he inadvertently got Diane twice as well.
That's not hard to do.
Yeah, because she was either side the troll. I didn't think once a mod hid a troll. I didn't think that or hid somebody, whether it be accident or not, that they could reinstate them again. I thought it had to be the creator that had to do that, but obviously not.
Well,
not only that, Diane, I don't think my arms are long enough. That Pacific Ocean is a damn big ocean.
Hell, you go to put the glue on my butt, I might go to backing up.
Yeah, or the old handsets on telephones, they used to super glue those down as well. And
we used to have a guy that we built a lot of buildings and cattle and stuff like that. And had an old steel lunchbox. And he'd always run and grab that lunchbox and go find the best place to sit down to eat it. And one day he set that lunchbox down on a big plate of steel, like a 4x8 plate of steel. And I reached over out that welding machine and tacked that lunchbox down to that plate of steel. He come running by and grabbed that thing and caught that handle and just about turned the damn flip when he at the end of it.
Yeah, super glue. You remember the old Bakelite telephones, Ron?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then because the latter versions were all plastic, but God, we're showing our age now.
I've still got a wall phone and one of them regular old dial phones that was that Bakelite stuff, it breaks.
Yeah.
And a push button phone, just when they first come out.
Yeah, I didn't keep any of that stuff. I've still got the old handset, sort of a later version, a plastic model. But no, these days it's just that's the landline, sits on a base. Yeah. And I got that damn thing switched off. So anybody rings on it just goes straight through to answering service. Yeah.
Well,
anyone that rings it, I don't want to talk to anyway. So yeah.
most of the
I had a
people
heavy
here,
breather the other day.
you do what?
I had a heavy breather. Left me a heavy breathing
Oh,
message there the other day. I got a laugh out of that. Yeah.
you had him hyperventilating, huh?
Well, no, he must have been sick to death. He's 500 calls beforehand, and he just kept hanging up because no one answered other than my answering service. So this time he decided to leave a heavy breathing message. Oh, I got a laugh out of it.
Oh,
Yeah, no, anyone that wants to contact me, they bring my mobile. So
over here in the States, nearly everybody's dropped their landline.
yeah, well, we can't get well, I'm not aware of it anyway. I can't get a package, with internet and what have you, that doesn't come without a landline. And I mean, so most people, well, you can, like you can go through, some of these smaller companies and like Belong or whatever, and they, you'll have a mobile and they'll send you out a modem, because everyone now had to go over to the NBN here, which is the National Broadband Network, and they just link onto Wi-Fi onto their modems that way. But I go through Telstra, and Telstra only they have the landline, so they get you whichever way you go, landline and your internet as well. So I pay it's just gone up. What is it? $134 a month now, and that's unlimited data and all my landline, national calls, calls to mobiles, all that sort of thing. That's all part and parcel of it. But as I said, I don't use my landline, so I'm paying for that for nothing.
Yeah, I haven't turned the TV on twice. Just like I want to fool with something about turning the computer.
You don't have free TV over there, do you?
Don't have what?
You don't have free TV over there. We have free.
Yeah, you still got it.
Yeah, Well, yeah.
But,
I used to have Optus cable, and I never had Telstra cable. I couldn't stand the prospect where you couldn't pick your own channels. That each group was packaged up, and you get four or five channels per group, but you might only want one out of that group and one out of another and whatever, and yet it was well over $100, even back then, and I got sick to death of it, and I said, "Come and take it. I don't want it." And I've got a pretty extensive collection of DVDs, though I might add, and that keeps me entertained if I want to sit down and watch a movie.
well, here they might give you 100 channels, but there wouldn't be but 2 or 3 of them be worth a damn.
That's right. Yeah. Well, it's the same here. I think it's the same pretty much worldwide. But here, we've also got what do we got? We've got 7, 9, 10, SBS and ABC. We've got 5 free-to-air channels here, and each has got 2 or 3 channels with them. And you can generally pick up something that you want to watch. Basically, I might turn mine on at 6 o'clock at night and watch the news, and then if they're lucky, if there's something else that keeps me interest after that, I'll leave it on. Other than that, I'll either, I've had the winter games going, and I just have the telly on mute and sit at the table with my laptop and yak to you guys.
Well, the media has got so damn crooked. It's always been that way. They just got caught at it. And can't believe anything you see on the news anymore. You got to take it all with a grain of salt. And that's one reason I got off.
Mm.
So I never was one to watch television too much. I always had to watch
Yeah, for a while there, I was watching a lot of, like some of the TV shows that were coming direct out of the States. And but they've put barriers on them now. You can't access them at all unless you got what is it, a VPN number, that doesn't, that you can hide your country. Yeah, but they're all, they're all limited now per country. So that's wiped me out. So for a lot of shows that I used to watch on the laptop, which we don't get here, but we get a lot of the BBC stuff, out of and movies and things like that out of England. Sort of they're more our orientation. Although we've got quite a few shows from TV shows, serial type things from America as well, but they're that far behind, they're not worth watching.
Yeah. Can you imagine what kind of shakeup fixing to take place if that old boy gets that satellite TV down and internet and all that business? Ooh, that's gonna tear Verizon and AT&T. That's gonna tear all them people.
Yeah, so long as it's reliable.
Yeah, and it's really not that much higher.
What do they call it? Star, isn't it? Star? The Elon Musk. Is it Star satellite or something or other they're calling it?
Starlink.
That's it. Yeah, Starlink. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, you see the lines in the lights in the line traveling in the sky every now and then. Yeah.
They claim that he's going to have to put 48,000 satellites up to make it not work.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me in the least.
Yeah. And
but how many of those are ultimately going to come crashing down on us too? Is another thing.
They'll burn up before they hit the ground.
Yeah, well,
they're not very big.
Although. We've had a bit of your space junk land here. Thanks very much.
All that stuff is, I think, what they say, they could put 50 or 100 of those rockets, those satellites in one rocket. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
The place where they test the motors for them rockets is just about 30 miles from me. And they'll crank one of them rocket motors up, it'll shake the ground, boy.
Yeah.
Well, Janice, you can stand up a couple more times and we'll have everything complete then.
What do you mean?
Well, we've already done the food, and now and you took care of the boobs. So.
Oh shit! I don't think I can even. I'm not even that bloody tall that you can see them. I don't wear them around my earlobes. Not these days, anyway. They'd be like the old guy. They're getting lower as I'm getting older.
It's getting better, not over.
I wish.
Things have sort of changed on that. I talked to somebody about that today. Now, if you see a gal that's got boobs that are sticking straight out and just good and round, she probably bought them.
Yeah. Silicon specials, yeah.
And it's getting where women that are built like that, you don't pay much attention to them. It's natural look hell of a lot sexier than the rubber ball look,
Yeah, it just gets a bit ugly when their little noses point to the ground instead of outwards. Gravity's a bitch, Ron.
Yeah.
No, they're not that bad, Diane, but they're heading that way.
Yeah. What makes the world go round?
Yeah. Yeah, no, plastic surgery, unless it's to correct sort of a, some sort of a deformity or something like that. Yeah, so well and good. But, other than that, I'm happy to stick with what God gave me. I'm minus. By the time I point my toes up, I'm only minus a couple of little bits, but the rest of it's all me.
My next door neighbor, she's about 19, something like it, not very old. And I'll cut up and go on with her. See her, we're getting in a car. And she came out there one day, and I hadn't seen her in a while. I said, "Where you been?" He said, "Oh," I said, "I went and got a boob job, and I've had to sort of lay up for the last week or so." Okay. And I thought to myself, now 19 years old and already having a boob job, now that's sort of crazy.
Hang five, Ron. I think I just let me check. I got a classic one here that'll give you a laugh along those lines. If in fact I saved it, hang on. It all but made me puke. I know that when I saw it. God, if I can actually get this thing open. Here we go. Bear with me.
Fairy dust, they won't ever have to worry about me calling in the airstream. I pulled one of them little 16 footers one time. That damn thing was $70,000 for trade.
Yeah, this one's a shocker. Hang five. I've got to be careful I don't hit the lead studio. Yeah. Window, that one. All right, Ron. There you go. Put that one up. Yeah, that's enough to make you puke.
Oh, Lord. She
Yeah.
fell face down. She'd bounce for 30 minutes.
Yeah. I think I'd have them surgically removed. Yeah, what a shocker.
Yeah. For a long time, that was a...
Yeah. Hang on, I got another one here. Let me grab it. Shoot. Hang on. Yeah. Give me a break. I've got that many bloody windows up, I can't find them. Oh, no, here you go. Here's another one. This, and I got one more after this one. Hang on a second. This one nearly made me puke too. It was a waste of good tattoos. Hang on. Marvellous what you get off Facebook.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, I see the comment at the bottom. At least she kept the cat locked up.
Yeah.
She let the dogs out but kept the cat locked up. That was a classic. That made me laugh. Okay. Hang on, I'll
Now, how do you share a photograph like that? And
down the bottom in your StreamYard where you are, see you'll see a tab line down the bottom. It's got mute, stop cam, settings, share, leave studio. Yeah, share, and then you pick up what you want to share, and it's usually in this it's in your screenshot, and then you select which one you want to share. Hang on a second, I've just got one more. Hang on, I've just got to grab it. But I have to keep shutting it down so I can get to it. Hang on. Now. There you go. Hang on, I'll have to enlarge this one a bit. It's a bit small. Select all. Select all, resize. And we'll come up just a tad. Hopefully it doesn't blur it. No. Okay, this will have to do. Now, where are we? Stand by. Share screen. Share screen. Share screen. And share window. And yes, click it and share that one. There you go, Ron. I couldn't enlarge it any greater. I laugh at the woman's expression in the foreground. Yeah.
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 Oh Lord.
No. There you go.
Let me see if I can do that.
You have to open up what you want to show first up, and then come down back to your StreamYard and hit share, and it'll come up and it'll show either share screen or share your window. Probably it'll be a window for you. You'll see it is. Whichever one it is you want to show, click that one, and then down the bottom of that particular screen you'll see share, and click that and you can bring it up on your screen. We got Paula sucked in one night with that. I think can't remember. It was about 3 or 4 of us, and we all come up. Yeah, all as Paula in her picture. We're all Paulas. It was a year or so ago now, a couple of years. I'm going to put the kettle on while you're playing.
Okay.
Geez, this is not a good look for me. I really need to get to the hairdressers, and my greys are showing again. Get a haircut and a colour.
Hey, you hit share screen?
Well, if it's your screen you want or the window, if it's a photo or something or other, it'll probably be in a window. So if that's the one you might see a couple of boxes up. You click the box that you want, either the screen or the window. And then once you click the particular one you want to show, you go down and then just say click share, and it'll come up. You should be able to bring it up on your screen.
That comes up. I don't know how to play with it.
I'm just looking to see what other funnies I've got.
Come on. Yeah, that play's way too small, isn't it?
Yeah, some of them you got to enlarge.
I'll play with it.
Hang on, I've got to select all. We'll just resize it. Resize it. Let's see if I can resize it all. 150. Okay. Here's another one for you. Share screen. Then it comes up in the big box in the center of your screen where it says share screen in blue. Just click that. Then it's got choose what you want to share. It's either the entire screen, window, or a Chrome tab or whatever. So if you go to window, your picture or whatever it is will come up. So you tap that, and then your share button down the bottom will light up, and you can hit share there. That was one I played around with. Gee, poor cow, only 2. At least they don't drag in the dirt. Or a case of, I'll show you mine, you show me yours.
I wonder who comes up.
See you, Diane. Good night.
Good night, Diane. Yeah, I'm fixing to have to do the same thing. It's about 10 after 2 here.
Yeah. Yep, no worries. Yeah, well, it's after 7 here. Don't save. You know, I'm just shutting down half a dozen windows here. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, if you want to end it, Ron, by all means. And you're not going to be on tomorrow night, or are you?
yeah, I'll be on tomorrow night.
Okay.
Usually tonight I'm not on, but G got off early. If G's on, and then I listen to Paula. He got off at 10 o'clock, I think. And I listened to Paula's, and then I came on.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard Paula, and then I went and did some Facebook stuff, and then it got to about 4:30, and I thought, oh, any money Ron will be on, and sure enough you were, so I scooted across. Yeah. All right, well, I'll let you go. And
right.
You sleep well. And anyone that's left in chat. Looks like it's very Diane's gone to bed.
Still got 9 in the kitchen. So.
Yeah. Well, good night, all.
We've been on here 2 hours and 45 minutes.
No, it doesn't surprise me, Ron.
Good night.
You wind me up, and I can talk underwater. All right, take it easy.
All right, good night.
Okay.